Hurricane Ophelia's winds are forecast to hit the UK and Ireland on Monday morning, exactly 30 years to the day of the Great Storm in 1987. Now a Category 2 hurricane with winds in excess of 100 miles per hour, Ophelia is on course to plow into Ireland in the early hours of the 16th of October, albeit as a weaker tropical storm. It comes on the anniversary of one of the most memorable weather events in recent UK history. On the night of 15-16 October 1987, the UK was battered by hurricane-force winds with at least 22 people killed across England and France. Ophelia chance of tropical storm force winds. Society has made many technological advancements over the past 3 decades, one of which is in its ability to anticipate storms of this kind. One of the reasons the Great Storm of 1987 is remembered as vividly as it is today is the lack of warning people had in advance of its arrival. The BBC's Michael Fish drew particular criticism over his delivery of the weather forecast on the night of the 15th of October when he claimed the strongest winds would miss the UK. Earlier on today, apparently, a woman rang the BBC and said she heard there was a hurricane on the way. Well, if you're watching, don't worry, there isn't. But having said that, actually, the weather will become very windy, but most of the strong winds, incidentally, will be down over Spain and across into France. Thankfully, we're unlikely to get surprised in quite the same way based on the information we have at our disposal today. Not only can we get multiple daily updates on the forecast path of a given storm, but we can also predict when the winds will arrive and how powerful they are likely to be. We know, for instance, that although Ophelia shares the same UK landfall date as the Great Storm, it is unlikely to be as powerful. Live map of Hurricane Ophelia. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration (NOAA) has forecast that there is a 7,080% chance that Ophelia will bring at least tropical storm force winds in excess of 38 miles per hour to the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland by the end of Wednesday, with the rest of the UK affected to a lesser degree. However, there is a less than 30% chance that these winds will still be at the hurricane force levels of 74 miles per hour or greater. With such detailed forecasts in place and constant weather warning updates from the Met Office, the UK and Ireland have a far greater period of time to prepare for this type of storm. It is this preparedness that has seen the number of deaths due to extreme weather events fall worldwide despite their increasing frequency. Are we entering a new age of apocalyptic storms? 0311 While Irma reached wind speeds of 160 knots, and Maria hit 150 knots, as they ripped through Central America, other storms each side of these have failed to reach such heights. Ophelia, the most recent of the Atlantic storms, currently has a maximum wind speed of 90 knots as it heads towards the UK. It is significantly less strong than the storms we've seen on our televisions in the last few months that have wreaked havoc across the Caribbean. Still, however, it has the joint 6th fastest wind speeds that we've seen this year in the Atlantic. Max wind KTS for North Atlantic Ocean storms in 2017. The same is true when we look at the accumulated cyclone energy of a storm. This is a calculation that adds the maximum sustained winds of the storm every 6 hours that it is classified as either tropical or subtropical. Irma has had the largest accumulated cyclone energy, of 67.5, with Maria and Jose also very high in the 40s. It was fed by the warm waters of the Caribbean and was therefore able to sustain high energy for a prolonged period of time. Ophelia, however, currently has a score of 6.4, vastly smaller than the energy of the much larger storms that ravaged the Caribbean. As it approaches the cooler air of the UK and makes landfall, it is expected to lose momentum and is unlikely to accumulate anywhere near as much energy as storms such as Irma, Maria and Jose. Accumulated cyclone energy for North Atlantic Ocean storms in 2017.